and also a dog. I'll tell you more about the dog part later. From what I know, Mario, among his many pioneering accomplishments, was also the first, Mario, if I'm wrong, do not correct me. He was the first, as far as I know, urban agriculture director for the city of Atlanta, really a pioneering position. He spearheaded the Atlanta initiative, which aimed to elevate the local food system through a range of programs, including the development of the country's largest municipal food forest and the conversion of vacant properties in food desert areas into food-producing spaces. Certainly a shining example of the kind of work that we hope, work and service that we hope our graduates take on in the field. These efforts have had a transformative impact on the landscape of Atlanta's fresh food spaces. Most recently, Mario founded ServeScape. Many of you may have heard of ServeScape already, maybe you have already worked with him in this capacity. It's a digital platform promoting the creation of beautiful and resilient landscapes throughout the South. His leadership and innovative approach have earned him recognition as one of 40 under 40 honorees recognized by the University of Georgia, and his accomplishments has been featured in many outlets, including the Atlanta Business Chronicle and the Georgia Trend magazine. So it is really an honor to be in the room with him. Mario is a very rare breed. I mean, I know dogs come in all shapes and sizes, but Mario is actually a triple dog. Many of you may have met a double one, but triples are really rare. He actually has 3 degrees from the University of Georgia. He made the right choice, and he got all his degrees with the CED. So he has a Bachelor of Landscape Architecture, a Master of Environmental Planning and Design, and a Master of Landscape Architecture. So he has taken a degree from pretty much half of our programs. So really only the other half remains. Mario, consider this as an encouragement. These academic pursuits have equipped him with unique skills necessary to design and implement sustainable systems that help address pressing environmental and social issues facing cities and rural areas today. He's a member of the American Planning Association and the American Society of Landscape Architects, and a board member of the Georgia Green Industry Association. Now, I did say that he's a triple dog, but now I'd like to correct myself. He's actually a quadruple dog because he also is the father of 2 future dogs. So maybe that makes him a 5-dog family, I don't know. So he's very, very proud, as we are all, of his other startups, which are Perry Marie at the age of 4 and Win Cambardella at the age of 2. I do believe he's a busy man. So please join me in welcoming to the podium Mario Cambardella.
When Dean Hurt called me about 2 months ago to speak today, I thought she was going to recall one of those degrees. And just like any assignment, I feverishly hit the whiteboard, started sketching, and just really mapping out all these great ideas to impart to you today. And then for a couple hours, less than 2 months, about 10 o'clock last night, I got some Red Bull, some caffeine, 2 snickerdoodles, and went to work. Just like good turn-in project fashion. But Dean Hurt, distinguished faculty, indispensable staff of the CED, Donna Gabriel, wherever you are, I'm looking at you. Family, friends, fellow dogs, and the graduating class of 2023. It is so good to be here with you to celebrate. And I am sure that without a doubt, that a few good professors sitting in front of you are shocked that I am giving this address today. See, 2 roads diverged in the yellow wood, and yeah, I chose the one less traveled. But here I stand today, honored to be one of the first ones to congratulate you. You have done something special. Once you cross this stage, you are a marked person, a graduate of the University of Georgia. You will hold a degree from one of the finest colleges in the world. Something that you will hold for the rest of your life. One of the few things that no one will ever take away from you. But you did not get here alone today. There'll be much time to congratulate you further, but for now, I would like for you to turn around and put your eyes on somebody that helped you get here today. And just thank them with your eyes for right now. See if you can find them, and just with your eyes, celebrate for a moment. Now, for the audience in this room today, I want to ask you something. I would like for you to stand in the audience today if you have known one of these graduate students and stood fast, just like my beautiful wife right over there did for me through grad school, for the long, enduring years in their journey through the College of Environmental Design. So please stand if you have stood fast with one of these graduates through all of this time. Please stand and be recognized. You see, you in the audience have laid witness to the rather insane amount of hours that they spend in a place they call the studio. By the way, it's right next to all the bars. You supported them through bandages of weird X-Acto knife incidents late at night and consoled them through AutoCAD crashes and gazed politely impressed with your person's new fondness of breaking out Latin names of plants unprovoked. You have served your partner well by being the human-scale figure in photos you will never see. And now it is your time to be honored, so thank you. Growth. To my right are 3 trees: tulip poplar, bald cypress, and a shumard oak. These 3 trees, native, beautiful, unique, and resilient, have been growing in the wilds of this region for millennia. They are on this stage today to represent the 3 pillars of the arch, the same arch that you will have the right to walk under very soon. And they represent wisdom, justice, and moderation. Take this meaning and these ideals and use them in your practice and your process. For wisdom, you are armed with having the experience, knowledge, and good judgment to guide others. For justice, you are equipped with the concern for peace and genuine respect for people and the earth. For moderation, you now carry a fulcrum to weigh the extremes of opinions and can balance the forces that tend to divide us. The responsibilities of these ideals is your burden and your duty. Wear them with a smile and kindness in your heart. For the light of your life is temporary, and let it burn for as long as you can for all to see. George Bernard Shaw said it better. This is the true joy in life, being used for a purpose recognized by yourself as a mighty one. The being of a force of nature instead of a feverish, selfish little clod of ailments and grievances complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy. I'm of the opinion that my life belongs to the whole community, and as long as I live, it is my privilege to do for it whatever I can. I want to be thoroughly used up when I die, for the harder I work, the more I live. I rejoice in life for its own sake. Life is no brief candle to me. It is a sort of splendid torch
for which I have hold of for the moment, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it to future generations. These are trees to remember. In addition, these trees pay tribute to 3 stalwarts of our school whom we've lost in the last year. Professor Brian Lahaye, Professor Emeritus John Waters, and Professor Emeritus Ian Firth. These 3 trees will provide. And now I'm asking you to pick up the flag and follow suit. At the conclusion of this ceremony, you will find a tree like one of these at the Founders Garden to commemorate your time here and provide living testimony as your commitment to your journey, to our earth, and to your community. No doubt that a boomer uncle or aunt will ask you, so what are you going to do with your life now? Well, here's one to consider. Tell them that you're going to be a rooted citizen, that you're going to go work at the intersection of oxygen, water, and food, that your job will be to enable, to provide access to the underserved, that you will work to defend equality and inclusion. Do not be encumbered by a job title. Be on a mission. Blaze your own trail. Bushwhack if you have to. If your destination is not on the map, draw your own. Like someone I know, go back to grad school to prepare yourself for a job that doesn't even exist yet. And when they ask you, what the hell are you doing? You let your heart swell with pride and smile confidently and say, exactly. There are new realities. In your next chapter, you will face a series of contradictions and unique challenges. You'll hear, stay in your lane. Think outside the box. Think big and bold. Don't try to boil the ocean. It is what it is. It is what you make it. Burn as brightly as possible. The candle that burns twice as bright burns half as long. You see, contradictions are abound, but the roadmap to prevent equivocation is to do what you believe in on the foundations of ethics and morals. So hold fast for the design process, for it will render ideas rooted in your soul, not casted by the whims of the weather, yet the comprehensiveness of the climate. Be a leader in this new age. You have new challenges ahead of you, an ecological, social, and economic environment that generations before you have not encountered. Your profession will not only become more complex, but it will become more important. You'll be asked to create and preserve landscapes in a multitude of realities. Augmented, virtual, artificial intelligence will change many aspects of your life and your work. As you reach to embrace these new tools, don't bend over dirty diamonds to pick up shiny pennies. Remember the pillars of wisdom, justice, and moderation. Discern for yourself the ethical and moral boundaries of this new realm. Participate within the community to share your ideas and strive for an ecological democracy to enable and guide others. Lead to let follow in whatever realm you may be in. When I graduated from my BLA in 2006, that summer, as a graduation present to myself, I drove out to Cimarron, New Mexico, and I worked as a conservationist building trail at the Philmont Scout Ranch. While there, hiking down the backside of Mount Phillips, taking a water break, I came across a troop of 14-year-old boys on their way up this steep mountain. They stopped when they saw us, out of breath, exhausted, with dread all over their face, their packs like a bear on their backs. And one of the boys asked, as they all did in this situation, how much further to top? Without hesitation, the answer, well, it's just long enough for when you get to the top, you will feel a great sense of relief, accompanied by triumph. You'll feel like you're on top of the world, as if you conquered something that few others have. It'll be one of the greatest feelings in the world, and it's just short enough not to kill you. Graduates, today is the day that you will receive a piece of paper and be released from the sheltering arms of this academic institution. You will now trade your coursework syllabus for a job scope, an A, B, or C for account payables and receivables. You will trade your professor office hours for mandatory one-on-ones with the boss. Being best in your class for the lifelong pursuit of being best in your field. Your next assignment is to design the rest of your life. Because today, you are not on top of the mountain. You still have further to go. Driving back home from Philmont that summer, I wrote these words. We rode west toward the great divide to find the thing that forever would hide. We chased a sunset for 3 solid days, eating biscuits and grapes on our holy escapade. Lonely in the seat with you by my side, sitting shotgun asleep, you'll take the next ride. So we searched for our place through this barren land full of cacti and sheep set apart by God's hand. Follow wire runs past dry creeks and buffalo, a promise to each other to never plateau. What we reached before the end was what we came for, on the mountain of new dreams and a life of more. Final note. In the cascade of cliches I have bestowed on you today, I give you one final one. Keep going and growing, my graduate friends. Never plateau. Ladies and gentlemen, your CED UGA class of 23. Go Dogs.
Well, I have to lower the microphone, I wonder why. Well, this was an incredible speech, and I'm gonna quoting Mario, forever repeat, never plateau. Thank you, Mario. On behalf of the college, please accept our deep appreciation for everything you've done for us and for our communities and really for the earth. First, we would like to extend our congratulations